Matt Damon demuestra de nuevo sus dotes histriónicos, que le convierten en un artista polifacético. Él interpreta a George Lonergan y actúa al lado de Cecile de France.
You know, as a scientist and atheist, my mind was closed to such things. Oh, absolutely. Afterlife, near-death experiences. Like everyone else, I thought people saw bright lights, even like gardens and so forth, because they were culturally conditioned to do so. But after 25 years in a hospice, working with people, many of whom were pronounced dead, but then miraculously survived. The account of what they actually experienced was so strikingly similar. It couldn't just be coincidence. And add to that the fact that when they had these experiences, they were almost all unconscious, a state in which my enemies agree the brain cannot create fresh images.
So you think I really did experience something?
Oh, yes. I think you experienced death.
She's in love with her job, and she's a straightforward woman, spontaneous, always telling the truth, which is why everybody loves her, and which is why she's a very good journalist. This is how she is at the beginning of the story.
Before yesterday, so yesterday I spent all of my 30
That's always trouble getting here a day earlier than you're supposed to.
She is absorbed by this killer wave, fighting to catch her breath, but she failed. And while she is dying, she is experiencing this very disturbing vision. Everything is quiet, complete darkness. A distant light catches her eyes, and she's hearing the sound of a gentle wind. Time appears to stand still, and the light in the distance becomes closer and closer. She also remembers a peaceful garden full of flowers, a feeling of weightlessness, a 360 perspective, and no sense of linear time or motion, but all-knowing, all-sensing. Of course, nobody believes her. Everybody thinks she's out of her mind, and she will lose her credibility at home and at work by losing Didier's love and the job that she loves. I arrive at the end of my journey with as many questions as I started with.
See him?
I certainly never imagined I would be exposed to that kind of prejudice and close-mindedness. We obviously still have a long way to go before we will be able to deal with death and what follows in anything approaching a sensible fashion. I think he likes to stick with the reality. He likes to tell about the passionate aspect of the real life. And he wants people to feel close of his character, since those are not superheroes, but normal people with their weakness and defects.
George Lonergan?
Yeah.
I hate to bother you. I'm Mr. Andrews' neighbor. The Greek guy, mid-50s, who lost his wife. I believe you recently did a reading for him.
All right, I'm just gonna stop you.
Candace.
Okay, Candace, I don't do readings anymore.
You did one last week
Yeah,
for Mr. Andrews.
I know. Well, he's an associate of my brother's. It was a one-time thing. I don't...
Please, I give you my word. I won't tell anyone.
I'm sorry.
Listen. I brought money.
I don't want your money.
Everything I have. I lost my job. My only job. Just a baby. I just want to talk to her. Please, I want to talk to my baby.
I can't help you. I don't do that. I don't do it. Please.
I got money.
My character, when you discover him, is just a guy who actually is does actually have this ability, but doesn't want it because it's ruining any chance he has at having a normal life. And in his mind, he's absolutely doing the right thing. He wants to open a business and publicize, this gift that I have and try to make some money doing it. And tries to sell it to me as that it's somehow my duty because I'm doing a good thing for people if I do this, and isn't really hearing me when I'm telling him that it's ruining my life, that I don't think it's a gift, that it's a curse, that it's something that I wish I didn't have.
Please, I need to talk to you.
Oh, no.
You're George Lonergan.
No, you're wrong.
I know you're George Lonergan.
I am not. That's not who I am.
You're a psychic.
That's not who I am.
You are George Lonergan.
I could see that happening, and I've felt compelled, you know, as an adult in my own life when somebody passes on to, you know, it's that, you know, that horrible, like, you know, curiosity that you have about where the hell are they, and will I see them again, you know, and what's the point, and all of those really kind of profound questions that this 11-year-old is now forced to deal with because he's lost his twin brother and doesn't really have anybody else, and so he's got to go on that kind of quest in order to get to a place where he can move past it. It's something that interferes with his ability to be intimate with anybody too, because of what he hears when he makes contact with somebody.
Yeah, perfect. And they'll let them file by you, and you'll go 10 kids.
They're just two basically lonely people in this city in San Francisco, and looking for ways to you know, meet people, and he's trying to take a crack at kind of having a normal life. She's just left this situation in Pittsburgh where she got stood up at the altar, and she's trying to make a go of it in San Francisco. And so it's a nice little relationship between these two people, and you want them to get together, and are hoping that that's kind of where the story is going to go.
Now, in exercise class, we warm up with stretches. We're going to warm up with a glass of Malvaresco, a beautiful wine from the Piedmont region in northwestern Italy, made from the Nebbiolo grape.
This part, you know, that I'm playing would probably be a, you know, 2 months in another movie, but it's, you know, we mashed it into 3 weeks so that we could fit it in and work together, and it's just great to be back.
I recognize you. You're that psychic.
I have news for you. I don't do it anymore.
I give you my word, I won't tell anyone.
You have a duty to do it because you have a gift.
It's not a gift, Billy. It's a curse.
I think you experienced death.
Todos nos preguntamos, ¿qué nos espera en el más allá? ¿Podemos contactar a los que ya se fueron?
Listen, everything I have, I lost.
If you're worried about being on your own, don't be. You're not.
Hereafter. Hereafter, una excelente producción que cuenta con un elenco espectacular y una historia que nos acerca a los seres humanos que lo han perdido todo. Soy Víctor X y me despido desde el City Hall de Santa Mónica, en California, hasta nuestra próxima visita al set a través de la señal de E! Entertainment Television.